Hello, everyone. Welcome back into Zelda Speedruns. This Saturday morning, we've got the Wind Waker Randomizer Season 7 tournament, Losers Bracket Finals, Game 1 between Jasnix08 and Kitcot. Tracking today is the wonderful Kinian, and on commentary with me, thank you for jumping in last minute, is Cube David. Hi, David. How are you?
I'm doing fine. I woke up way too late, as per usual for me, on the weekend, but I'm here in time for some bombastic Wind Waker action.
Well, bombastic. That's,
I mean...
Was not expecting that word, but yeah.
It's definitely a really hype matchup because both runners, Kitcot and Jasnix, have a lot of history with each other. They both started playing Wind Waker in, I think, Season 5 for the Challenge Cup, where they also met up in Grands, and I think in Winners Bracket Semis, where Jasnix took the cake. I don't think they met up in Season 6, but they did also match up in the SGL tournament this year, where Kitcot took the
Grand
title.
Finals, yeah.
I think Grand Finals and Winners Bracket Finals as well.
No, it was not Winners Bracket Finals.
Oh, really?
But it was. They did. I don't think it was Winners Bracket Finals. I think it was just Grand Finals. But
okay, that might also be it.
Yeah, we are closing in. They are underway. I will set up a prediction for everyone who's in chat. Yeah, these two have raced each other a lot across multiple games. In fact, they're both also top Skyward Sword runners. So we're underway, and we will get to see what's going on. It's a DRI start. Windfall to Jalhalla.
Forest Haven start.
Forest Haven. Windfall. That is a triple Windfall path.
That does happen. I mean, Windfall is extremely check dense. That is definitely within the possibilities, but it is rare to see that.
Yeah, we got Horseshoe, Islet, Tachi, Diamond Step, and Mother and Child. Foolish. There's a shield on Phantom Ganon.
We also got a bow hinted on ankle.
Yeah. Earth Temple boss key chest is dead.
I think. Yeah, we already started with a bow as well.
Okay.
So that's one of our two missing bows.
Yeah.
That we're looking at.
And the triple Windfall path. But yeah, we're seeing probably Cliff Plat into BPR, which is a pretty standard start.
Yeah, it is a very safe start throughout the seed, and to just get some items early on that might help you route for the next few minutes.
Yeah.
Beautiful first try storage on Kid's side. And we already
I don't know the visual cue for one story.
I know that Kid does two very fast, basically double taps the B button. So
yeah,
when
Kit though, having trouble getting to the spiky chest.
Yeah.
So kind of lost a little bit of the time he got from the first try storage.
Yeah.
Let's see. And we will probably see chest storage here so they can break into BPR. And they are synced up.
Amazing.
We don't really know what they got here in Cliff Plat.
Yeah, it's not showing on the UI. So it's no wallet, no sword, and I also think no shield.
Yeah.
That chest up on top was an orange rupee.
And that is most of the money they're going to need for the seed.
Yeah. I don't know, was Tingle Mail hinted in any way?
No.
Okay. Yeah, then we might just need like around 200 bucks more.
Yeah.
But that's a problem for the future.
Yeah. and they are going into VPR at the exact same time. Again, the sync is. I imagine we're going to see them both go to Windfall from here.
It makes sense with a triple path, honestly.
Yeah, it's
With a Windfall
Windfall
triple path,
has
you don't delay that.
17 checks in these settings.
Unless anything is not hinted, it's 19 checks.
19. Okay. I could not see what. I didn't see anything in their inventory.
Might just be a letter or a shard then. No ghost ship shard as well. Also no tingle statue or a shard. So basically a letter confirmed.
Yeah.
It's one of the 4 paper items. Okay. And we see Kit indeed going to Windfall, whereas Jasnix takes a small detour towards Outset.
Yeah, which, I mean, you can do 3 of the checks here. Not in logic, but kind of makes sense if you're trying to greed that triple path Windfall.
Exactly. Since you can only access like half of the checks at the start.
Yeah. And that's the thing with Path Windfall is the chances it's going to have something good are pretty high. But also, if you can do it more efficiently, that may be better.
Yeah. But I definitely see the appeal of the outside play since...
Yeah, like my guess is Jasnix is probably trying to greed for Picto, I would guess.
Yeah, that would make sense. Although in this case, I'd say if you don't get any good items right away, I would even argue that it is a good idea to just door cancel without a Picto even. Just to greed out for those few more checks that could have something.
Yeah, I mean,
Outside
so far it's nothing here. So either Outset is Baron or Big Pig has something.
Yeah.
Since it wasn't hinted, we don't know.
Oh, and that's the secondary card?
Hey, that's me.
Hi, Michael.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was too busy being the chest on bed to be there, but I am here now.
And that is our first Triforce on Beetle.
Oh.
All right. Then I'll hop out now.
Oh, thank you so much for popping in, David. I appreciate it. Enjoy your pizza.
Was a pleasure. Have fun with the rest of the race.
Yeah.
I'm sure we're gonna have a lot of fun. I get here. We're right in front of Mila. Couldn't ask for a better thing. It's the Wind Tingle statue. Let's go.
We got a triple path Windfall.
Oh my god.
So it's Windfall to Jalhalla, Kalidamos, and Helmarock King.
So basically going to Windfall is always important in this one.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't tell what was on top of Headstone, but that didn't look useful.
I think it was a rupee. Couldn't tell you which color. I'm not very good with colors.
Yeah, the resolution's not great either.
It is not, but
so
you get used to it.
Yeah. Oh, we are actually seeing a pretty early 2-eye Octo, which either could be a useful hint or junk like it always is.
It tends to be junk, but if you want it to matter, you kind of have to do it early, and that's always a good play, honestly.
Yeah, I don't necessarily hate it this early. You've got the bow. Like, information can be useful.
Yeah, even if it's not the best of hints, since you got it early, it can turn into something pretty useful, like just a Baron hint. Just great. Yeah, if you already know it's Baron, that's kind of shit, but at this point, very good.
Yeah, so far, so we got a Triforce Shard and a Tingle statue. We know those Tingle statues are required here on Windfall.
And goal. Apparently has something.
Oh, and Jasnix is going to be pretty happy with that Picto.
Oh, that's
and
nice.
Star Island has bombs.
Oh, that's a good hint.
Jasnix is known to do the early Star Island play, and this is going to be huge.
Yeah, just gonna need another way in, unless I don't. There's a glitch I don't know yet. I don't know.
But that Star Island hint is pretty big because
it really is.
I mean, you do know now, like, we may see them super swim or break into FF and chain it, but
and nothing on the top of Angular.
Although Jasnix is probably going to want those bombs to do storage in FF, so
yeah, bombs are just very useful items. So it's going to be interesting to see how they route it, but you could see if we get everything we need to do a quick bombless for Second Fortress, you could see it, honestly.
Was that a spiky transparent chest?
I think it was, yes.
Yeah. Interestingly, we did not see Kitcot do Lenzo door cancel.
Ooh. That's rare.
Yeah, especially with the triple path. He may not want to do that without the Picto. But
that's fair, honestly.
Yeah.
Tingle dancing for Jasnix and something on the Crescent Moon. Keep it indeed.
Yeah. No delivery bag yet. There is something in the mail that they got on Cliff Plat that they stored. We don't really know what that is.
Oh. I love mysteries, honestly. So that's pretty nice. It's a good way to start the day.
Could be another 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah, it could be a while before we find that out.
Yeah, I do think Kit probably will end up going to 2i Octo. So he will end up getting that Picto and that hint as well.
I wouldn't be too surprised considering that we're right on the outset. So.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing that this play is maybe going to help Jasnix with is being a little more efficient here on Windfall. But with the items they have, there's not a lot of good plays besides what they both did. They just kind of did it in different order.
Yeah, honestly, there's not a lot to do when you have a triple pet and one plays. You kind of have to bite the bullet and go.
Yeah. We do know, too, because Tachi Sector was dead, those shards are not like path item for Master Sword Chamber. Which I'm sure both of our runners appreciate.
that would have been a little... like the weirdest kind of path, honestly, at that point.
Oh yeah, but totally a thing. That Tingle statue though could be for something locked on a Fire and Ice lock check. Like considering the only useful thing we got is that Tingle statue. Now my question is, where's the other Tingle statue?
Yeah, we are only looking for an extra one in these settings, so could come and play very fast. You never know. Okay, so we're going to Jaboon's cave, which is behind the bombs, but it's always a good one to go.
Yeah, but we already saw Outset had nothing on any of the 3 checks they could do.
That's a shame.
Yeah. Cube, David, you are speaking the gospel here. That Creeb could be that path potentially.
Do we have a lot of Big Creebers here today? I love Big Creebers.
You say that in a way that makes me think you're afraid of them.
I know, I love Big Creebers for real. They're just a little intense for me, but I do like Creeb too. So I just think Creeb has something sometimes, you know, the most political of ways.
Huh. Yeah, so Kit actually did not go peak Headstone, did not go to 2i, instead going to DRI. It looked like the DRI chest, the high chest was dead. That is a double Spiky and Lenzo.
Oh, wow. Try for a shard. Let's go.
Okay.
And Command Melody.
Well, that's probably our path to Jahala.
It might be, yes.
Could be.
Take the picture, bring it to the Gossip Girls.
I mean, yeah, it's likely our path to Jahala.
And now Kit's back on track going to too high.
Yeah. Let's see what the Gossip Girls give us.
Other than good conversation, I mean. Hey, that's
a hammer.
That's a bet.
Probably our path to Hammer King.
Yeah. It is a bit confusing, but it's probably like Slajed is saying, bit of greed, trying to get an advantage on the other player one way or another, which I can understand considering how close the races are between these two.
Yeah,
usually, strictly. We remember SGL.
SGL. Well, I don't think their grand finals in SGL was super close. They both had really close races against our winners bracket final, our winners bracket winner Rick Schmitty. There's a deluxe Picto. That actually is really nice routing for Jasnix.
Yeah, the only little bit of routing that's a bit unfortunate is gonna be having to take an extra picture of Binenko, but that's not the worst thing ever.
Yeah, I mean, Kitcot skipped.
That was the worst picture I've ever seen.
Yeah, he did not do the killer bees, and that's a wallet that'll open up a mail check.
Oh. Also, did you see that first picture of Binenko?
It was
off the face. And that's why you take like an extra second to line up, people. Just an extra second.
It's not the end of the world.
Oh, it's not. It's just a little funny when it happens.
Yeah.
Because the game is very loose about the picture of Binenko, which it isn't about other pictures in the game. Like the Lenzo side quest is very, very particular about pictures.
Yes, I do remember that from my vanilla playthrough.
Yeah, if you crop the head, that's not the best, because she wants to see her skin.
Yeah, Jasnix is at least setting up the windmill here, which makes sense. You kind of have to kill some time with Creeb. Or with Mila, you've got to kill some time, so...
Oh yeah, you have a bunch of time, like...
Makes sense to door cancel, check your mail.
Check your transparent chest at the same time. You have plenty of time.
Yeah.
And not much left to do for Jasnix on the island, so pretty much just that. Power bracelets.
Well, that opens up his Star Island. So,
yeah.
He will have the bombs whenever he wants them. Doesn't have Master Sword, but...
If only we had a Master Sword, that would be perfect.
I mean, those are two potential FF paths here.
Oh, yeah.
Because the wallet for wallet mail theoretically could be path as well. But yeah, I mean, power bracelets, hammer, bombs, that's going to open a lot.
Oh yeah, that sure opens a ton of stuff.
And so Phantom Cannon has a shield. So I don't know necessarily that you can't do Phantom Cannon right now. So I don't necessarily know if you want to dip FF, but you could beat it if you really wanted to.
You could beat FF and then come back just for that boy if you end up needing him. But
yeah. I mean, I guess it is possible that the seed is requiring you to double dip FF.
Oh. Open a chest, the hardest deck in the game. Almost went in the tunnel instead.
Not quite the final boss. The final boss is avoiding Anton.
That's impossible. You have to like not roll around him because that guy sees someone rolling and they're like, "Hey, that man wants a conversation."
Oh yeah, Jasnix might do the DRI cave too.
Not the worst idea, honestly.
Yeah, like you do want to do it with fire and ice, but because it's a little faster.
It's a little faster that way, but it's a one combat cave that's really not that bad.
Yeah,
even with the first sword, because the enemies are pretty weak in here.
Right, and full clearing DRI in one go is great. They also, Jasnix knows he doesn't have to do the fly across, so...
An empty bottle. I forgot about that. That's always nice to find. Never know when grandma's gonna happen.
David, why are you wishing evil things upon the runners?
Because that's the most fun about being in chat. You gotta just wish the worst things to happen, and if they do happen, you look like you just have powers of recognition. It's great.
That's true. Yeah. Unfortunately, Jasnix, he doesn't have grapple, isn't going to be able to guarantee a joy pendant, which he might want, but yeah, this is... Yeah, this play makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I like that. So I like how people are talking about Anton versus Puppet Ganon, and I could see it go both ways, honestly.
I think Puppet Ganon would just get tired of running into and talking Anton, and might just like...
Every time he punches, Anton is like, "We're having a nice day, yeah?" And Puppet Ganon just can't cope. Grabbing a little joy pendant there, always a good idea in these settings. We do need the one.
Yeah, that is... Getting that joy pendant is really nice. Because again, with that windfall, you know, I think in most randomizers, the philosophy is clear your paths. Extra true when one island is a path to every dungeon.
Oh, fire and ice.
Okay, so
that's nice to get in the place, even if you wanted it for the place.
And that's really interesting because that does mean ankle is our... ankle is our light arrows. You don't really need to rush it.
Yeah. It just means that you're gonna get your Dingo statue eventually and just know that's light arrows. That's nice.
Yeah. Are we seeing Jasnix do Fire Mountain? Yeah. That, you don't want to do Fire Mountain, but it's probably a good play.
If you're that close to it, especially with how much people hate that place, it can be seen as a counterplay of sorts.
Yeah.
To do it as fast as you can, and when you're right next to it, it just feels pretty good too.
Yeah, couple spikies here in paw print as well.
Oh.
Furor's Pearl, Maggie's Letter.
That's nice.
Or Moblin's Letter.
But both of them are related to mail checks. That's nice.
I didn't see Kit peek what's on the grapple check.
I did not either.
Okay. He did not peek it. That's why.
Thank you, Kenyon. Mailbox is wiggling thanks to Kamali's father just giving us what he usually gives us in the game.
Yeah.
At a different time, though, but
we
still
can
nice.
call that a French vanilla.
That's French vanilla. That is definitely French vanilla. Also, I'd like to point out the fact that Fire Mountain is spiky.
And
that the chest
tell Claire.
Oh, the hero shield. Not the worst thing in the world.
Especially with Earth Temple. That is a required shield.
Oh yeah, that is. I kind of forgot Jahala.
there are ways to skip it, obviously, but
they are, but it's always nice to know in the back of your head that if you need to go pretty vanilla in our temple, you can.
And let's see what Creeb gives us today.
Also, since we got the delivery bag, we're gonna be able to just post some stuff.
Yeah, I mean, Jasnix is probably going to go to Poprant after this, so he'll pick up that delivery bag as well.
I like how both players are running right now. We're both back on Windfall with different items to push, so that's more information for us.
Yeah.
And it's nice to see them push every little advantage they have instead of continuing in a just preset routing.
Creeb can't give us light arrows, but could give us the Tingle statue to get our light arrows.
That could be a thing.
Because we do know our light arrows are on ankle.
Man, the walls are soft. Man, the walls are soft.
Leaf would be awesome too.
Ah, it wasn't spiky.
Oh. Huh. Okay.
Interesting. Alright,
fine night, isn't it?
It is a fine night. Even if it is morning.
Morning.
60 arrows. That's on the upper scale of useless items. I love that one.
Yeah. Extra arrows and extra bombs, they're not useful items, but they are.
Especially if you're low on arrows at that point. That's just a free refill.
Yeah.
Hey, and that was hook.
And okay. Well, Jasnix is going to get that pretty soon because he's heading to Pop right now.
This could be our path to Kaladimos too. So interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Still don't know where Leaf is.
Yeah, that's a pretty big missing link there, but I think that's it for the paths on Windfall, but I could be wrong.
We probably have the 3 Windfall paths satisfied at this point, if I were going to guess.
Imagine a 4th path.
Yeah, I don't know the answer, Kenyon.
It's a very good question. Maybe we're gonna see it this time.
I feel like we will.
All right, find the right angle here. Can be pretty hard.
Yeah, Kid is gonna break into Cabana.
And that looked brown. Could be wrong, but it looked brown. Oh, Wind Waker diving under the island. Pretty much exactly like we do on Diamond Step. You can get to the top of the island that way.
Yeah.
Interesting way to get this chest. Iron boots.
Iron boots.
Not the most useful.
Actually, Kit doesn't have to break into Cabana because he has grapple and delivery bag and Cabana Deed.
Yeah. And there we go. Hello, Mr. Dorman.
Yeah. I didn't think about the fact that he's got all the items he needs.
Yeah, Cabana Deed it was easy to forget considering that we didn't have what it took to use it until very recently.
Did we actually see what the item they got on Cliff Plat was in their delivery bag?
I think it might have been the note to Mom.
Okay. Yeah.
Since as soon as Kitcot got it, I saw Kenyon put it on Jasnix's side too. So
yeah, Kenyon is way smarter and paying more attention than I am.
We love Kenyon. Thank you, Kenyon, for tracking this so that the half awake person can follow the race. And I'm talking about myself right now.
Yeah, I'm wide awake, but I also am not a Wind Waker runner, so...
Hey, you're getting better every time. Getting better.
We'll see if I enter the next Mini Bloons season.
That could be fun, honestly. I love to see new people try Mini Bloons because easier settings, just a good time, good vibes. And Cabin Indeed has been found.
Yeah, so the only useful thing on Private Oasis was in was the outside chest.
Oh, you're here decently on time. It's fine. If the comms can be late, that's me. You can be late too. More power to the late people.
Yeah, and I think Jasnix is kind of greeting to not go to Star Island. I'm guessing they both are until they get Master Sword, because they probably just want to do
Forsaken Fortress
FF
completely.
completely. Yeah.
Either that or there's also like a path to do it without bombs. That's very nice with the leaf. So they could be waiting for that.
Nothing here on the outside of Ice Ring. It's a little worse without leaf, but
sometimes you just gotta bite the bullet.
Yeah. We are seeing new checks on both sides, Bomb Island and Ice Ring.
Speaking of biting the bullet, we have a runner on Bomb Island. That used to be the Fire Mountain, people.
It was Fire Mountain before Fire Mountain.
It was the 8 to check back in season 1, 2, and 3. So
is that a spiky?
Nope.
I couldn't tell.
And we have a Jasnix just glitching their way into the cave here.
Yeah.
Not the hardest thing to do, but not the easiest thing either. Gotta control your stick. Make sure you're always on the right direction, or else you're falling down.
Jasnix is gonna use some uses ice arrows and the hammer to kill these moblins quicker.
Always a good play with these.
Yeah.
With the dark nuts, you gotta wait, get an opening, and if you get the body like that, you have to aim manually because the auto aim always aims for the head because Link is a killer.
Yeah.
Oh, spiky!
Another spiky.
And we're in FF for Kitcot, so Kitcot biting the bullet once again.
Oh,
Master Sword has been found.
That's gonna send Jasnix to FF, I think.
Oh my god. That's very good for Jasnix right there.
Yeah.
Oh, nicely done by Kit. That little window jump is a lot harder than it looks.
Yeah. And Jasnix is not gonna have to double dip FF, which is nice.
Oh. Nothing on the chest of bad.
Like, it's one of those things where I don't even think, like, I don't necessarily think Kitcot's routing is wrong. It's just Jasnix has done a couple things that have been really beneficial.
Yeah, Kitcot is not finding much in FF either. So.
And I mean, the DRI cave is probably the big thing. Kit could have done that out of logic. I get why he didn't want to. But if he had done that when he went to DRI, that would have been, we obviously have complete information. So
yeah, we know everything. So
and like, I fully understand why you would not want to do the DRI cave without
bombs, especially because bombs are something to open the cave because that little side op strategy is very tight. It's you can lose a lot of time doing that.
Yeah, it's a tough strategy, but also even without fire and ice arrows, because I think most runners really like to have them so they can cheese it.
Yeah, cheese the cave, always nice.
Yeah, like the really like Kitcot starting his triple path windfall made a ton of sense. Jasnix going outset first though just really paid off.
Sure did.
I guess that was before you joined. Oh, is that Moblin just not jumping down?
Yeah, it's kind of chilly.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. There he is.
He's a little troll.
He's coming, but only on his own terms. I was about to say, oh, spiky, but we already knew that.
Yes.
But the dopamine just gets to you when the shit is spiky anyway.
And there's Kit making sure to pick up a joy pendant. I mean, at this point, though, like, Jasnix is going to be able to... I mean, I guess he doesn't have the other Tingle statue, so he's looking for that to get his Mirror Shield to do Earth Temple. But he's... And you want Leaf as well.
Yeah.
So...
Also, picking locations based on how they feel is very much a thing. It's very much a thing. Like, sometimes you wake up and you're like, this is an FF kind of day, you know?
And despite the bombs, Jasnix is just going to break in.
Yep, that's just kind of funny. I like that.
Interesting. I have not seen this routing for FF very much.
You enter right next to the grabby hand here, so you could make your way up straight away, but you're going to check the chest on bed first. That makes always a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Is the no hammer route, basically, yes.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I'm just not used to seeing this.
Nobody's used to seeing that one, honestly. It's a pretty much an edge case there.
Yeah.
But since we already do have the hammer, it's kind of funny to see.
Yeah.
At least we're gonna see the escape that way, which is always nice and a little confusing because you have to line up between the posts there, and that makes it the double least secure gel in the world. Even the one on Windfall's better. At least it doesn't have 2 escape routes from the inside. Only one through the rat floors.
Yeah, we are seeing Kitcot do the Zunari trade quest.
Very nice. A sea flower.
I
could not have expected that.
Did we see what was on... Did he peek here? What was on Great Fish on the chest?
I don't think so. Might do it on the way out. Couldn't see, so apparently I already did.
Yeah.
Unless he couldn't see it either, and he's gonna try again.
He must have peeked it.
Must have peeked it, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, Phantom, get it. You're our only hope, and we already know what you have, so it's not great.
Very quick volley of tennis.
Yeah. You have to get him the closest that you can to you if he doesn't spell on your back. So well done by Jasnix.
It's not quite as funny as using the bottle in Ocarina of Time.
You could use the bottle here too if you want.
Can you use the bottle to volley?
You can use the bottle to volley.
I didn't know that was a thing in Wind Waker. Huh.
It's a thing in most games, I'm pretty sure, at that point, because we're like, that's funny, we should use it everywhere. You can do it in Dry Princess too, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I was like, oh, it's a spiky, but no, that was hinted. We know what it is.
It is the shield.
Yep.
And it's gonna completely get stored, because that's how Jasnix is gonna make his way up the dungeon, pretty sure. Meanwhile, on Rockspire, we're getting closer to the cave. That's the Bat Cave. Bit of trouble with the storage here. Not the most fantastic of spots, because the minimalists keep coming. There we go, I think.
Yep.
Yep.
And now we're just going to see Jasnix climb up a straight wall. As one does.
As long as there's like... As long as it's not a 90 degree incline, 85 is fine.
Yeah.
Very well done for the jump to the door there.
And looks like nothing here in Rockspire. Doing that cave without Boomerang also just feels bad.
It does feel bad, but sometimes It's kind of the day for Kitcot, the day of biting the bullet and it not paying off, sadly for him. Yeah, Wind Waker runners are definitely part goats.
Yeah. There are a lot of goats in the Wind Waker community.
Imagine if a goat got storage, how sharp of an incline they could just climb. Imagine that. Storage on the first try there for Jasnix. That's very, very nice.
Yep.
They could climb across ceilings. I like that. Okay, Zanari.
Oh,
with the leaf!
Okay, well, that's probably our path to Calidamos.
Finally, something's paying off for Kit. Woo!
Yeah, it could be a little while before Jasnix gets back there for that.
Yeah, it's a very deep thing, honestly. So it is getting interesting, and also it does put a fourth item that could be a path of and follow. That's nice.
I mean, it's when you've got the triple path, pretty big.
The quadruple is just around the corner at that point. Yeah. And
I mean, let's be real. In every seed, Windfall is a path to some dungeon.
It kinda is, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, Jasnix will probably get that leaf somewhat soon, but I don't know how many places he's got left.
Oh, thank you, Marok, for being a giant bokoblin. Dropping the same thing.
Okay. Oh, that's right. You don't actually have to grab the ledge there for the.
No, there's a few. Just gotta be at the right place. Okay, I couldn't tell what that was, but we're getting magic, so
it's something.
It's important.
Was it maybe a? I don't think it was a sword.
It looked great.
But maybe.
It might be a sword, honestly.
Okay, if Kinian and David say it's a sword, then maybe my peak was correct. Okay.
At first I was going to say a song, but we already have the one, so it can't be that.
Yeah,
that's a sword. Very nice to find.
Yeah.
Our runners both have Master Sword now, just different ones.
Yeah, so we're just missing one sword and some Triforce pieces. I think as far as like go mode. Oh yeah, and Jasnix is starting Zunari, so he is gonna get the leaf pretty soon.
Kitcot making his way back to Fusket Fortress. Gotta finish things off. Especially since getting that Master Sword. Jasnix now climbing up to go see Maggie with the Goblin's Letter.
Yeah.
Oh, don't stay on the wall, please. Don't be a goat, Mr. Finton Gannon. It doesn't get stuck on the door frame. Nice. Very well done by Kit there.
Yeah, and Jasnix going straight to Greatfish, so he is going to get that leaf very soon.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see if we can peek It's a brown chest.
It is brown. It is brown.
Yeah, I mean, Jasnix is probably going to wrap this in with the 2 rock spire checks.
I'd be surprised if he didn't, honestly, because
yeah,
not much of a better way to get to that island, honestly.
Yeah, I don't. Did we must have seen Kit do the gunboat. I just don't remember.
We have seen Kit do the gunboat. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't remember what was on it, but I have seen the gunboat die.
That probably means it had nothing useful. Okay, yeah.
It was a red chart. Okay, yeah, that is why.
Kenyon is here watching 2 streams better than both of us are.
Oh, yeah. By far.
Yeah, I mean, for all though that we've talked about, like just the routing divergence, they are, other than that sword, they're basically converging at right around the same place, around the same time.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be tight anyway. Jazz decided to go for the other gunboat first. Interesting. We're at Needle Rock, which makes sense since we do have the Fire and Ice are there.
That's
yes.
right.
That's another little difference.
Yeah, I did forget about that.
Kit does have shoes, but sadly shoes are not very useful in this one.
Yeah, they really only...
They let you... Oh my god, that's the other quiver. That's the other quiver. We have 99 arrows, people.
So, I mean, the good news is arrow routing is not going to be...
Oh,
yeah,
no.
that is true. Jasnix cleared that required Fire Mountain. So Jasnix is actually ahead.
Yeah, a little ahead.
Yeah.
We just have so much arrows there.
The Needle Rock chest I thought was hinted.
Gargarok, please. Oh, thank you, Gargarok, for waiting for the arrow to be right in your face before attacking.
Yeah, Jasnix getting the Needle Rock chest, but Needle Rock chest was hinted dead. I'm glad I at least remember some of the hints that I went and pulled from the game before they started.
That's very nice, honestly.
Yeah.
And, I mean... With all in all, we go to this island usually. I always like to do the little trick just to practice it.
And a spiky here in Needle Rock.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Maggie's letter.
That might be nice. That might be nice.
I mean, that gets Jasnix some more stuff on Windfall, which
Windfall is stacked.
Might be close to being able to full clear Windfall at this point. I'm just trying to think.
I think we're there, actually.
Yeah, I want to say he's got... Yeah, they're missing Ghost Ship chart, and we do know Ghost Ship is dead, so we just may not find the Ghost Ship chart.
So the Tingle Mail is now available. Just gotta get 201 rupees.
And it's treasure chart.
There's another piece of mail in the mail. It's just locked behind the paywall. Hello, Mr. Postman. Hello, outside of the room.
This is what, like a 1-frame time save?
It is a 1-frame save. It puts you right into the door. That's all it does, pretty much. You don't have to just look back and open the door. You can just open the door. It is funny, though. It is incredibly funny.
Yeah, when Wind Waker is more than 20 years old. Yep. That is the thing. The
Leaf has been acquired. And now we have a Kitcot that's going into the dungeon I thought he was going into 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. Yeah, I was surprised he did not. gonna do it earlier.
I think finding the sword put him back in the mood to go finish up things at Forsaken Fortress.
Well, there's another shard.
Another shard has been found.
I mean, I do feel like what Jasnix is trying to do is clear his overworld so he can go mode his dungeons. But he's probably gonna go to Forbidden Woods pretty soon.
We have a second bottle now on Kitcot's side. It might be Grandma screaming signals at us, maybe.
It's, I mean, as Kenyon said.
Yeah.
The Grandma signal is strong.
The Grandma signals are getting very, very strong now. E spiky chest here. Another Triforce shard.
Yeah, so I mean, our dungeons were not hinted dead, so they have to have something useful.
That is true. And we're missing kind of a lot of shards, so
yeah,
that makes sense.
Although I say useful, and like useful could be a hook shot that doesn't unlock anything required.
It doesn't unlock anything except the end of the game. So
that is a good point. Yes, did forget about that.
You kind of don't want to have to do Morth Hover.
That is true. I know Morth Hover has been done in one race.
Oh, it has. Yes. It was an event though, so if they want to do it, I wouldn't be against it.
Yeah, but it's a tricky strategy.
It's a very, very tricky strat.
Yeah.
Okay, so we store the key. Might be the small, might be the big. We don't know yet, but we're gonna use it to skip the small.
I think Fly Across is dead.
Get those people saying hovering is free. It is free because you paid the game years ago. That's a shame.
Okay.
You can save some time by opening your leaf early into the jump there, but if you mess up, that's what happens. You have to scramble to get back to the last bulb.
Not a huge time loss, but yeah, I mean,
it's insane to see them going for strats like that. Like they know that the other runner is very good too, so they have to grasp for every little seconds that they can find.
Yeah, I mean, this is a really close matchup for a reason.
These guys have been playing at similar levels ever since they came in the community. I remember their first tournament was the Challenge Cup back in season 4 or 5. I'm not sure.
They met up in the grand finals.
They met up in the grand finals.
Yeah.
And they became so good that now I can use by the fact that I'm the only one that took a game from Jasnix in that tournament as a feat. I'm the only one that did, and it was by mistake.
There's another spiky here in Forbidden Woods. It's another Triforce.
Do you want to know how I took that game? I forgot you needed a small key for the Tower of the Gods Go mode, and I just went for it as soon as I went into the dungeon, and I found a key on the way. I won by like a minute.
Momo's here. Momo remembers this race clearly. This race from 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was a game. It was a game.
I mean, the other thing, Jasnix and Kitcot are also top Skyward Sword randomizer runners, and I think have matched up in those tournaments as well.
They're just very, very good at games in general, so it's always nice to see them play.
Yeah. Jasnix is the Spirit Tracks world record holder for any percent, too.
Oh,
okay, so is this this is Value Woods?
It is Value Woods, as always. Nice little grab there. Another joy pendant. It does bring joy.
I do think we're still missing a shard somewhere.
We're missing a shard, yes.
Yeah. I mean, it's...
We're seeing that little trick. We don't see it often enough, but it's one way to get to the basement.
Yeah, we do not see this very often.
Basically, you open a door with storage, then you open the other one, and then the game gets a little confused, makes you go backward, and deloads the room, which makes you go through the floor. Once you're there, you just open your leaf to go and fall in the water from the basement. And then you make your way into the nice little actual room. It's a fun trick that's not very hard to learn. It's just a sequence of events that need to happen in a particular order. But once you know it, it's very nice. Yeah, sometimes
Jasnix has been trolled by the rat, clearly.
When it happens too often, you kind of just start doing things. Another great example is, I know a few runners killed the bats in the scale room in Tower of the Gods. And those bats they kind of deserve it, honestly.
Yeah, David, I think Tachi ET Wind Temple is the worst.
It's the longest. It's the longest.
Yeah.
When you get a seed like that, you're just like, okay, we're gonna be here for a while. All right.
Unless you get to go mode one of the two temples.
Oh yeah, that makes it a little faster. But yeah. Even then, you know you're there for the long haul. Especially if the only dungeon you get to go mode is Tower of the Gods. Then it kind of hurts.
I mean, go mode Tachi is also not very fast, so
it really isn't fast at all.
Like, does it really save much time?
It does. It saves you quite a few rooms, but it still feels the slowest.
I mean, I think it is the slowest of the go mode dungeon. So.
Oh, yeah. I can relate to that, Momo. I can relate to that. I know the trick, but since I don't like to do bomb drop storage, I have to do spring storage, which is just bad.
Jasnix is going to be missing one shard.
Pretty sure that's the only thing that's going to be missing. And the Oakshot.
Yeah. Kitcot still missing his Fire and Ice arrows on the DRI cave. We're still missing... Oh, we are also missing a Tingle statue.
Tingle statue, yes. That's true. I kind of forgot the Tingle statue there.
Yeah. We are probably going to see Jasnix do... We might see Jasnix with 99 arrows do the Fire Arrow strat here for...
Yeah, it could be a strat there.
We're using
the bomb strat here. I didn't have the sound on for the first try, so at least one of the bombs exploded, right?
Yeah, he's getting
at least two.
Yeah, I mean, Jasnix at this point is probably just going to go do Earth Temple right after.
There we go. Nicely done by Kitcot. The only way that could have been cooler if the bomb made us clip into the bulb, which it does once in a millennia, it feels.
I've seen someone posted a video of it recently.
I've been around the community long enough to have seen it. I think 3 or 4 people.
I mean, if someone could figure out a consistent strategy for that would be.
It would be amazing, but there's so little cues in that room, and the bulb moves, so it's very, very, very hard.
Yeah.
But when it happens once in a blue moon, it just feels special. It just feels amazing.
So what I wonder is, what is Kit going to do here?
It's a good question.
Because I feel like for Jasnix, he's basically cleared all of the overworld and is just going to go into Earth Temple after Forbidden Woods.
Well,
Kit has a lot of overworld to do.
Yeah, and step 1 was to get Orca and an extra heart. Thank you, Orca. We now can't get comboed to death by Ganon. Amazing. For the people that don't know, Ganon has more combos in this game than he has in Smash Ultimate, and it's sad.
Oh, okay. That's right. Kit can do Boating Course with Leaf.
Yeah, with Leaf, it's a little longer to get there, but very nice. It still works. It still works.
Yeah, and we still have not seen Grandma or Grandma Mel.
You're not wrong, Alexander. You're not wrong. I'm trying to cope. Okay, the mini blends are getting a bit in the way, but very well done by
That's
Kit.
Spiky. If that's hookshot, that might feel bad.
It's bait bag.
Well, this might send Kit back to Outset to do Grandma.
Big pig. Big pig.
With everything else on Outset dead and no Outset Baron hit, Big Pig might have something. So yeah, we will hopefully see a pig eat soon.
The pig of remarkable magnitude.
And since we're coming up on it, happy 1 hour, everyone. Please go give our 2 runners, Jasnix and Kitcot, a follow. Thank you to Munkle for jumping in, as well as Cube David, who jumped in kind of last minute to commentate. And thank you, Kinian, for double tracking.
Oh yeah, doing an amazing job at it too.
Oh, this is our first look at Angular.
Yeah, the cave at the very least. We did see the peak earlier.
Oh, did we?
Yes. And it looks... It sure looks. I couldn't tell you how it looks, but
if someone in chat could tell me what that was, because I couldn't see anything.
I couldn't see it either. It's not really I don't wanna, it's more of a I can't, since I don't have Mirror Shield yet. Master Sword has been finalized by Jasnix.
Yeah, I couldn't tell when he tried to peek what it was there.
Yeah, it's very hard to tell sometimes with these transparent chests.
Yeah, Kit is still missing Fire and Ice arrows that were on the DRI combat cave. He's missing shield. Was the shield on Fire Mountain?
Might have been, yes.
I forget what was on Fire Mountain, and
I'm pretty sure it was.
I forget where the shard is that he doesn't have.
And Grandma's being saved. Let's go.
Getting the ever important soup.
Soup! That's how it originated, by the way, so... Happy soup, everyone.
Oh, the shard was Ice Ring. Okay. So, yeah, those Fire and Ice arrows in the DRI cave, really looming large here.
I thought the Ice Ring Cave had the Master Sword, actually.
Maybe it did. I don't know. Both Ice Ring and Fire Mountain had something.
It's getting a little confusing, honestly. Fire Mountain had a shield. I think the sword was an Ice Ring. Oh, the extra shard is on the delivery man in the cafe bar.
Yes.
And the ladder to get to him is in Needle Rock cave.
Yeah. Yeah, this has just been...
Congrats, everyone. We got the items back where they're supposed to be. Together, we have the brain of exactly one Wind Waker runner. Let's go.
I mean, I've never claimed to have that, so...
The collective memory just came in clutch.
And
also, it is time to yeet the pig, lob the hog, swing the swine, whatever you want to call it.
That's so true, Kinian. Yeah, I mean, this is one of the few places Jasnix will probably go peek before he goes to Earth Temple.
Oh, Spoils Bag is here. So that little joy pendant we grabbed could be the key.
Yeah, I forgot that was the one thing they couldn't turn in on Windfall. Oh, you might be like a couple seconds ahead.
No, this is Spoils Bag. I think that's the joke. It would be nice to set the pig color for the seed gem, but it's already nice that it's randomized now. I can't allow that. Oh, grabbing a fairy for Grandma.
There's our issue. So Kid is gonna finally get his fire and ice arrows.
Okay, so Grandma had the arrows, and Tingle, what do you have? Just 200 rupees for 201.
So
that's a steal.
And here is the fire arrow strat, which is...
It's insanely precise, but when you can just kind of spam it.
Yeah.
I am not hearing much noises. Oh, there we go.
Because it's actually the fire explosion that does the damage, right?
Yeah, it is the fire explosion. Technically, you can do it with normal arrows, I'm pretty sure.
But Jasnix is now out of magic.
Yeah, gotta switch to bombs. Magic is the issue, yes.
Yeah. Still has 61 arrows.
And Kitcot managed to get his fire and ice arrows from Ankle.
So I want to see Kitcot's facial reaction when he gets the arrow, the third bow on DRI Cave.
Oh god, it's gonna be bad.
Because that's the... I feel like he's gonna be like...
Really?
He's gonna be unhappy. He will be able to do it faster, that is true.
Yeah, DRI would be faster, that is a fact.
And really, at this point, all we're looking for is a shard and a hook shot.
Yeah, especially that hook
and
shot.
Logically boomerang, but...
Yeah, the logic. It really gets respected around here, doesn't it?
It does. We love logic.
I love logic. See, doesn't work when I say it. It feels like a lie. Ooh, the bad bomb got dangerously close to us. Ice Ring is also going to be a little bit faster for kids since we can just fly to that platform. Kid about to get that Master Sword. And we get to use the shoes for the one thing that the useful hit this seed.
Yeah.
And yes, we're saving Grandma once again. More soup for the soup machine. I'd like to point out the fact that both of them are playing with just casual lakes, so for once, Grandma's being saved by someone that's actually in the picture behind her. Sure, one of her grandsons just decided to go for the blue hair, but that's still her grandson.
Yeah. You know, we don't know how she got that picture. Like, did Lenzo, when he was much younger, come and take that picture.
Couldn't be much younger considering how
old Link is.
Yeah, they're pretty much the same age.
I mean, I guess the sea is pretty small, so it is easy to get around. But
maybe there's a third picto box somewhere in Grandma's house, and we don't know. Piece of art being acquired. Fourth art is here.
Yeah.
Grandma with the Tingo statue.
Yeah, so Jasnix is probably going to go to ankle, and then...
What's always funny to me is that sea is pretty small, as you mentioned, and there's not a lot of boats on it. But somehow, there's a few characters that during the day are on one island, and during the night are on another island.
There are a lot of unseen boats.
Yeah, there's a lot of unseen boats, like the boating course guy is in the cafe bar sometimes, at the same time as when he's on the island.
Yeah, I mean, we also like. You would think if Lenzo took a picture of Link, who is not that much younger, he would recognize Link.
Okay, so light arrows acquired, and Kitcot's about to get an arrow refill of incredible proportions.
Yeah, we'll see his reaction. Kit does have a face cam up on his stream.
Yeah.
Nothing. Just stone-faced for that.
Yeah, he's very much in the game right now.
No, Kit hasn't. He hasn't done creep. He hasn't done. Yeah. He may just not do creep, truthfully.
Oh no, that would be illegal. By illegal, I mean kind of sad and perfectly legal, but you know, kind of sad.
I mean, it would be a little bit of time save.
It would be.
Here's our second gold gunboat.
Well, the normal gunboat that feels kind of golden because it does have an item. At least the Geneva Convention was respected.
True.
Don't have to start calling it the Geneva Suggestion or anything. We're fine.
And I think Kit is still trying to clear Overworld, but he hadn't done Rockspire. I don't think Rockspire had anything, though.
It did have the Maggie's letter, which brings us to the shard that Jasnix has. Actually, so
right. No, nice. But Jasnix is doing Rockspire now.
Yeah.
I don't think it had anything inside the cave.
I don't think so either, but that's something that he can't know yet, so...
Yeah.
The Bat Cave is here. Okay, we don't have Boomerang, but we have 99 arrows.
Yeah,
well, 59 now, so could kill them with that. Yeah, using a few arrows here, not the worst idea.
Arrows do penetrate the keys. That was dirtier than I meant it to be.
Ooh. Is this DSR after dark? Is this DSR after dark?
Do you think Trez cares about being safe for work? He's fine with a little.
Yeah, it's okay.
I did not mean it in a dirty way.
Oh, I know you didn't, but the way that came out, pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Hey, they got arrows. Let's go. That's a lot of keys. Okay, we're gonna send you check. Send you check.
It is Earth Temple now.
Yeah, the extra quiver got the chuckle out of Kitcot at least.
Which basically, this is the only thing.
Try for shard.
Oh. So boating course, that actually could be really big.
Yeah,
for Kit here.
It could be big.
Kit may be able to go mode Earth Temple.
It might be a thing. Also, we have Jasnix going to Earth Temple right now.
Because Jasnix didn't do Big Pig. Because he doesn't have the bait bag because he didn't go to boating course.
This is back to being very interesting all of a sudden.
Yeah, I mean, that hook shot is big, but Kitcot may be able... First of all, they could just decide they want a Morph Hover.
Oh my god. Imagine.
I don't think they will.
The funny angle has been reached again by the way.
But that spoils bag or bait bag on boating course, which Jasnix is probably waiting for his hook shot to get.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting how that happened. Also, Cafe Bar at night, let's go. Nice little cutscene with all the nice character.
Because
they all have names, like such as Candy and Kane, that like to hang out together. It's not even a joke.
It does still need to do the DRI cave, so he's not quite in go mode.
Yeah,
and we don't know what he's gonna do about the hook shot.
All right, so we have our full Triforce here. The big question now is how deep is that hook shot gotta be?
Yeah, and Kit does need to go to Fire Mountain, but he's going to GRI Cave, so he's going to get his light arrows.
And we're going to be right next to Fire Mountain for the final bit of the overworld, I'm pretty sure, for
Spiky
him.
chest here.
Yeah. Just...
Is Jasnix, he's saving it, though.
Saving it for some store shenanigans, so... Yeah. Understandable.
And we are going to quickly see what is Kitcot's reaction to...
Fire and ice arrows. That could have been much
earlier. Like Kit is not going to feel great about it. Because he went to DRI so early.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a little sad. Right, Spiky? Well, that's a good reaction. Kind of looking at the screen with bigger eyes for a second. They're like, oh. Oh. But then right back to the game face. Oh, trust me, Matt, you struggle. Nobody thought about it until we're like, hey, those are just torches. And someone tried it and revolutionized the game, pretty much. Alright, we're now in the basement for Jazz. Meanwhile, Kitcot on Fire Mountain.
Yep. We're gonna see Jasnix do this roll clip.
Or look at the wall in a funny way and try to roll clip again.
Yeah.
There we go. That's better.
As I understand, this is one of the harder roll clips.
It is one of the hardest roll clips of the game, yes. Roll clips are hard in general, but that one, if you fail it, it just takes so much time to get back to it.
Yeah. They are frame perfect.
Like there's a reason why we started the races with our God's lyric, and that's to avoid doing that one. Also, we found the boomerang, which means that that spiky chest up there is either another bottle, a ghost ship chart, or our hook shot. Could be a pearl too. Yes, I forgot the pearls. Thank you. There's a few things it could be, but starting to narrow a little. Yeah, that's a key that checks out. It tends to be. It could be ghost ship shot into nothing. Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
it does happen. Oh, it's fine. It's fine, Cube. Like we, as runners, when we're looking for a specific item, we kind of tend to not think about the others. So it happens.
Yeah.
Oh, that's our temple.
Did we see what was in that spiky at the beginning of the dungeon?
We did not yet know. We're gonna have to enter the boss room for it to happen.
Okay. Sorry, I looked away. I was.
Also, we didn't store that one in the end. I just remember we did not store that one in the end. We stored a side room instead.
So Jasnix just gonna have to re-enter the dungeon to get that spiky.
Might have to, or just.
But he probably will do
warp
it. He's probably gonna do it when he warps to do the basement, though. So.
Yeah.
Because he'll get the warp pot, so he should be fine. He's not gonna miss anything.
Also, we're looking at the top. It was a rupee.
Jasnix trying to do.
Oh, come on, bats! Please don't! Please don't! Please don't!
Okay.
Woo.
It's good. He got past the keys.
All right, we're about to enter Jahala's place. Oh, interesting. The angle is a little too intense on that first try, so we just kind of clip through the door frame back into the room.
Yeah, and I'm now really curious. Like, is Kitcot going to hunt? I just don't know if Kitcot knows Morthover.
Good question, honestly. We're about to get the answer. I'm pretty sure.
If this first chest is hookshot, then Kit's in go mode, and he is in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
If it's ghost ship chart,
that's an interesting gamble. If that's what it is. All right. Are we gonna see the nice little quick save into opening the chest?
Yeah, I think for
just opening it. Just opening it. It's the hook shot. That's go mode for Kitcot.
That wow. I think Kitcot is now ahead.
Yeah, it's gonna depend entirely on how long it takes Jasnix to go to boating course.
Because I think Jasnix might do the basement before he goes to boating course.
I wouldn't be surprised if he does that. No, honestly, so that has now been turned into a huge lead for Kit.
Yeah, this is the Jasnix probably did not want to do boating course without hookshot, and
understandable, honestly.
It's understandable because getting in there is a little slower. But yeah,
and joy pendants did in fact bring joy today.
Yeah, like I think Kitcot is pretty clearly ahead now.
Oh yeah, Kit is now just looking for a way down to the basement.
He's gonna be able to go mode the dungeon. Doesn't need a boss key. Doesn't need a small key.
Just needs to get there. So that's basically all we need now. And Jasnix gonna open that chest now. It's the hook shot.
So
that's not going on for him, though.
Yep. And he is gonna do the whole rest of Earth Temple.
Basement first.
And
I respect it.
I totally get why.
Yeah, with what he knows right now, not finishing this dungeon before exiting it feels like a bad idea. Look at that. Okay, we're gonna do another roll clip here. Just use a bomb to do it. It's an interesting way to get it to the Stalfos room. Very interesting way to do it.
Yeah. But like right now, this shifted from Jasnix being ahead for a lot of the race to Jasnix is on a timer. And and
sadly we know where the last piece of the puzzle is for him. And it's not in this dungeon.
Yeah.
Alright, basement has been checked. Just check the chests to see if they were spiky in that room. I think we had a hint for the big key. ATB key. As a pearl, which is not required according to the hints. So all that's left to check is the left side. Meanwhile, Kit making it to the room before the boss. Just needs to fly there. Okay, I like that trick here. It's not the easiest one to set up, but there is a nice little way to grab here. There's also another version of that trick where you use medley for extra height. Meanwhile, Kit is just starting the ghost hunting. It's very, very tricky. He's going for a very, very precise trick right now. Which is impressive in its own right. Getting a few more of the chews. Trying to get some room to do the trick. There we go! Very, very precise one there. And meanwhile, not a lot of ghosts left for Kitcot to hunt. Only 2 more, 1 more. And that's it for Jahala.
Yeah, and Kit is now just has to go to Hyrule. And unfortunately, I mean, Jasnix routed this seed really well, but then just Rando is Rando, and
yeah, not checking,
deciding not to finish clearing his overworld before he went into the dungeon.
It could have paid off, but sadly to date wasn't the play.
Yeah, it's so hard to know what the right play is.
There's no way of knowing it before you do it, pretty much at that point. That is a random moment right there. I believe these guys are playing the next race very soon after this one, aren't they?
Yeah, there is not going to be a restream of Game 2, so we might do an interview once they finish.
All right.
Well, we are going to do an interview after they finish, but unfortunately, Game 2.
Look at that, a spiky chest.
To get restreamed.
Jasnix is on the go chip chart.
He's gonna hate that. Yeah, so Sledgen, what happened was Baitbag was on boating course.
Baitbag was on boating course.
Which and then locked Spoils Bag on Big Pig for the final shard on Miss Marie.
Yeah, Miss Marie had a shard today.
And the hook shot was the first chest in Earth Temple. So we think Jasnix was just waiting to get the hook shot to do boating course.
Yeah.
And it went into boating course before Earth Temple.
It made sense, but sadly for Jasnix, that kind of cost him the game right there. Also, Kit still on double damage there, so maybe we're gonna be able to save that until we get to Ganondorf. I would be very surprised, but maybe. Not over till it's over. Exactly. I like to say it that way.
Yeah, but it is a pretty big lead for Kitcot at this point.
Oh yeah, it would take a lot of problems on Puppet Ganon.
Yeah,
and maybe a death
which
to
you
Ganon.
Really don't want to see.
Yeah, we don't. Especially at 4 hearts, that would be rough. It's just hard to die to the man at that point. As I like to joke with my friends that play this game once in a while, in Wind Waker, 4 hearts feel like 20. So at 3 hearts, you feel vulnerable. At 4 hearts, you feel unstoppable. Oh my god, we're seeing Wizrobe Cave. I forgot about Wizrobe Cave.
Yeah, I mean, it's the thing for Jasnix, right, is he got the hook shot, which unlocks a bunch of things.
It's going to make it even harder to
we may not even see him go into boating course before Kit finishes.
I kind of forgot about that island, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, it's,
It's a lot easier when you have the light arrows, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, nicely done with the boomerang there, like that.
Oh, I must have missed that the boomerang was an Earth Temple. Sorry, I was chatting, trying to just figure out restream stuff and looked away.
That's very okay.
Empty Wizrobe Cave.
Yeah, using the boomerang there to stun that last Wizrobe so it doesn't spawn enemies. I think I've seen that in a race strat at some point. Very nice strat. I don't know who came up with this, but it's great. Alright, the moblins are falling one after the other. We still have our full hearts.
Yeah. Kid is going to make sure to grab some magic refills for Puppet Cannon.
He grabbed some arrows. He was surely going to run out with the 89.
I know. It's, he doesn't have enough.
Imagine running out of arrows.
Nice first shot.
Oh, that was very, very nice. Imagine running out of arrows when you have 99. This is
the second shot, but it's fine.
The stop shot doesn't stop him. There we go. There we go.
Nice phase 1.
You can see a lot of tension leaving his face after phase 1.
I mean, I feel like if you're in Kit's shoes, you were not feeling amazing.
Oh, no, you're not. He doesn't know that things happen to make this a lot less close than he thinks. And it's now time for Spider-Gan.
Yeah. And, they're running on a 10-minute delay, so at this point, Kit's probably watching us chat. Hi, Kit.
Hi, Kit. Stay sneaky, Kit.
We'll see if he gets some,
triple!
Wow.
Oh, that's nice. Very well done. It's time for Wormgeddon.
And gets the first shot.
Nicely done on the first. Pulling out the bombs, drinking some soup. Almost got hit by the tail there, but not quite. Setting up for the trog shot.
Misses it, but
a little late on that.
That's okay.
And using the kamikaze strats there. Always a good one. Meanwhile, Jasnix is back on track.
Does get the bait bag.
The bait bag that leads to another bag that leads to the bag, aka finishing the race.
Yeah, you wonder though, is Jasnix clearing more overworld before he
it's a good question.
Goes to outset.
So 88 arrows left on Kitcot's side.
I don't think he has enough.
11. Yeah, if Zelda's gonna run out, honestly.
It's not possible for Zelda to run out, is it?
It's not.
That's what I figured.
You can get to the fight with 0 arrows and she just spawns them or something. It's quite interesting.
Yeah.
Alright, Jasnix just grabs the all-purpose bait and he's about to find another item on the way to go mode.
He will be probably getting the item for Big Pig as Kit is finishing up.
We talked to Zelda. Zelda shot the guy. We became a Beyblade for a second. Talked to Zelda again. Everything's going well.
With Soup, this is,
it's pretty trivial, unless it becomes not trivial.
But we are going to see a second yeet, so enjoy the second yeet.
Oh boy!
Shit! That is
okay. So
that's like the insult to injury.
Yeah, that's insult to injury. But fun fact about the pig: you can kind of get skews in any way you want, depending on what you use to get them. And with a friend at some point, by the way, GG's to Kitcot.
That is GG's to Kit. And
GG's to Kit. As I was saying, with a friend, we made it a competition to see who could throw the pig into the whirlpool right in the middle. See what happens. It was kind of funny.
Yeah, and I am going to pull them in for an interview.
Nice. We have both of our runners with us. GG's to you both.
Hello, GG.
GG.
How do you like that pig eat?
Yeah, that heat at the end, it just reminded me of how freeform the throws can be.
Yeah, I was about to just like put down the controller after that. Like, I think we're done here.
The pig was just like, yeah, no go mode for you today.
Yeah, he just flew away. Decided today is not the day I want to dig up the soil. I'm about to head out. So.
But by the way, bait bag to spoils bag to the bag on Miss Mary.
Yeah, that's what I assumed because like that was my last location. So.
Yeah, Sorry.
Yeah.
The fact that Kit did that before going into her temple and found the hook shot right on the first chest, things just lined up for you, Kit, today. That was very nice.
I think there's a few scary moments in this seed for me. Like, I forgot to peak scale the wall. So
you did.
I didn't even register until I got grapple. Like 10 minutes later, I'm like, oh, I don't know what scale the wall was. So I kind of just hoped that it was nothing, and it was probably one of the only pieces of overworld that I skipped. I did skip pretty much all of Earth Temple. I go moded it. But just about everything in the overworld, I basically just did pretty much all the checks, except for, like, one that was scalable. And it was okay, actually, because Hookshot was my go, but, yeah.
So, I want to talk about the beginning of the seed, because actually, that really dictated, basically, the first hour and 15 minutes. Mm-hmm. So, Kit, you went to Windfall right away. Jasnix went to Outset and did 2i Octo, and
oh, interesting.
And yeah, I mean, if you watch back this race, Jasnix, because he got the Picto early and got all these things, he did the DRI cave early.
That was very nice for him.
Yeah. So, kind of, what was both of you your thoughts behind the decision right at the beginning of the seed?
I mean, for me, it was basically like Windfall is triple path hint, so I feel like something's going to be on at least the Sphere Zero stuff. So, and I know that Sphere Zero Windfall isn't too bad, because it doesn't really overlap with a bunch of other stuff. So I'm just gonna go. So my I was hoping to go there and find some stuff and then use the stuff later on. I didn't find a huge amount, and so I just kind of ended up doing other stuff. I am glad that I did Octo Fairy before I did catching kids, because I was debating on like kind of pseudo orphaning Octo Fairy, but I'm really glad I didn't, because that was the Picto. But yeah, I think for me it was just a lot of like following path hints, and then when that failed, just kind of following check density.
Yeah, it was just very interesting to see you guys play, because like you said, very different routings at the start, which made it so for a while, Jasnix, everything was working out for you. And on the flip side, Kitcot was always getting a little bit of a rougher routing because of that decision. But eventually it turned around with the boating course thing. So it was kind of funny to see the race flip like that.
Yeah, I think with what the game presented to me, I kind of felt like I played as well as I could. The game kind of just kept giving me like curveballs, and it's like, okay, this feels really slow, but whatever.
But overall, both of you played very well today, I think. Minus a little pig yeet at the end. Can't really control that one, though, so you're fine.
Yeah, I mean, I think this race ended up really just coming down to... I really had the feeling that it was just... I should just go to ET, because I was missing, like, 2, and I know that Kit, you usually like to dungeon rush, so I didn't think it was that risky. And I don't know. I also just was like, why not just try it? Let's see how it goes. And then this was just one of those seeds where doing that just completely fell apart. Like you just completely died. Because like, I mean, my main rationale was also like for going to ET at least is I knew it had at least one thing because it wasn't hinted barren. That's how I can always kind of assume that a dungeon has something.
Yeah.
But that one thing was the first check, so you still could go mode it. So it was just the worst possible situation where like you can go mode it still. It still had an item, but you can still go mode it. So it was just kind of rough.
Yeah. I think that, I mean, like I think in most seeds, I probably would have gone to ET really quickly. The only reason why I didn't this seed is because I found the Mirror Shield incredibly late on Fire Mountain. It was like probably one of the last things that didn't overworld, which is kind of that's what held me back from ET. Otherwise, I would have probably done the exact same as you, Jazz.
I actually did Fire Mountain like 20 minutes in.
Oh, wow.
Because I got the bow early.
Right, yeah.
You just bit the bullet and did the Dragon Roost Island cave, which gave you the fire arrows, and you were right next to Fire Mountain. Which, like I say, I call it kind of a counterplay to how most people play this season. So it makes a lot of sense to go there as soon as you get it.
I mean, okay.
I think because I actually did time this. The DRC cave is only about like 40 seconds slower without fire and ice, and I knew where one of the fire and ices were because we knew one of them was on ankle. So I was just kind of thinking like, it's not likely that I'm gonna get another item quickly, and I kind of wanted to do the check to see what it was. So it just kind of like I don't mind just like throwing the 40 seconds away to do the check without fire and ice, and then just seeing it. And then like the FM play, that was just because there's no other time I could have routed FM the entire sea because I was never going back to DRI after that.
Right.
So it was just,
like, right next to it. Right next to it.
And I can even like when I saw the chest, I could save quit out of it and then just go straight to pod print if it was dead. So it just made it made perfect sense to just do it then. So
yeah. No, definitely.
And that worked out. Like that was probably like the best routing part for me because like that just gave me, because I felt ahead at the beginning because I knew like I got the Picto early, I routed into that, but so like that felt fine. But
yeah, I don't. My first bow was on ankle, and that felt like it was like an hour in, but it was probably like less than that. But I didn't get. Yeah. I had regular basic bow for a very long time.
It's kind of funny how getting more items early on probably actually lost me the race, which is kind of funny. Getting the go modes earlier just gave me more to check in the like casino part of the seed, where it was just like you have a million things to check and you have 1 or 2 items to check. Getting so many items early on kind of made it harder at the end. Which is
as we said, Rando's gonna rando sometimes, and sadly it was to you today.
I think sorry.
Those kind of seeds, like I really hate the seeds where like, especially like when you're like you have like 30-ish checks and you're kind of like 2 from go, because like this was kind of this seed, and it's like if I had like 4 from go or something, or like if I was missing the mirror shield, then like you're gonna play it safer. But because this is one of those seeds where like for me at least I could have like taken it either really safe and just cleared overworld or not done that, and that's kind of annoying. That's kind of like a 50-50 you have to take. So but
I had the complete opposite experience where it like if like that 4 or 5 items from go at 30, that was basically me, and it felt really linear even at the end. So like I never really entered the casino, which helped.
Yeah, the sea didn't feel very linear for me. Like there was a point where like I could have done a lot of things, and I just kind of like I felt like I was just making the right decision a couple times. So
yeah. But on the contrary, I think the amount of time that my locations accessible was in the single digits was probably at least like over 50% for the seed. It was like God, but I guess it felt really slow. But I think apparently it played in my favor, so can't complain, I guess.
Yeah, honestly, it was a pretty interesting race to see from our perspective because, like we said, what you did at the end by going in Earth Temple, Jasnix, for you, it made a lot of sense. But since we knew everything about the scene, we're like, oh no.
Yep.
Oh no.
At the end, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, shout outs to the 2 quivers.
Oh my god, yeah.
I got them back to back.
I shot Calidamos with like 30 arrows before giving up on the fire arrow strat. I just unloaded on him.
Very precise strat, honestly.
Yeah. I hit him like twice with them and then I couldn't get the rest. But I just like kept, I was like, if I keep shooting him, it'll probably hit eventually. So let's just keep going. And then I ran out of magic though, so I had to stop.
Yeah, the crazy thing about that strat is that if Calidamos decides to time his up and down wrong without your shooting, you're never gonna get him.
Yeah.
It's kind of wild to say that.
You give me 99 arrows, I'm gonna use them.
Oh yeah. Imagine going to Cyclos with 99 arrows.
Oh
You don't
my
aim
God.
at that point. You just don't aim. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys go because I know you have a second race upcoming. But before you go, everyone go follow both of our runners. That's gonna be the only way to watch them play this second race. So it was a good idea to do it. Go follow our tractor Jukinian for doing an amazing jump today, double tracking for us. And go follow Golden Devil because he's awake before the race, unlike me.
Yeah, well, thank you everyone for watching. Like I said, Game 2 is not going to have a restream. I don't know about Game 3. If it does happen, it'll be here. It'll be on ZSR2, I think. But with that, we're going to go right over to ZSR2 where they're doing a Zelda 2 rando race. So thanks for watching, everyone, and have a good rest of your Saturday.
Yeah, people.